Hello math friends, this video is on finding the final amount. So just like with the other videos, make sure you have a piece of paper out, make sure you have something to write with, and make sure you have a calculator so that you can follow along and make sure that you know how to do each of these examples so that when you get to your ALEKS assignment, you will know exactly what to do. Okay. So remember, whenever you are doing word problems, the very first thing you need to do is read through the word problem and then identify the question that's being asked. So a camera has a listed price of $842 before tax. If the sales tax rate is 8.25%, find the total cost of the camera with sales tax included. Okay, so we need to find the total cost of the camera with the sales tax included. So our first step is to actually figure out how much we are going to pay in sales tax. And then remember, sales tax is always an add-on. It's always an add-on to the price before tax. Okay, so our starting price before tax is $842.99. And the sales tax rate is 8.25%. So what we're going to do first is we're going to figure out what 8.25% of $842.99 is. So we take this 8.25% to get rid of the percent sign. We divide by 100. So in your calculator you put in 8.25, you divide by 100, and that's going to give you 0.0825. And then we do of $842.99. So now we're just going to times those two together. And we get, in my calculator, I see 69.546. And remember, we're talking about money here. Okay? So if we're talking about money here, money always rounds to the hundredth spot. So if this is a 4 and the number after that is 5 or bigger, this is going to round up to $69.55. This is our sales tax. That's how much we're going to pay in sales tax. Sorry, I'm having a hard time writing. There we go. This is how much we're going to pay in sales tax. But our job on this assignment was not just to identify sales tax, but to find the total cost of the camera with sales tax included. Okay, which means I'm going to have to take the original price of the camera, the $842.99, and we're going to need to add on the sales tax. So if you take $842.99 and you add on the $69.55, you get $912.54. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the next one. A laptop has a listed price of $748.99 before tax. If the sales tax rate is 6.75%, find the total cost of the laptop with sales tax included. Okay, so remember, we're finding the total cost of the laptop with sales tax included. Okay, so in order to do that, we actually need to figure out how much we're going to pay in sales tax. So we take our list price, $748.99, and our sales tax rate is 6.75%. So we figure out what 6.75% of $748.99 is. Okay, so we change the 6.75% from a percent to a non-percent or a decimal by dividing by 100. So if you take 6.75, divide by 100, you're going to get 0.0675. And you know that you can also just move the decimal to the left 2 places. Okay, so 0.0675 times by $748.99. That will tell us how much we're going to pay in sales tax. And when you round that to the hundredths place, you get $50.56. So let me show you that really quickly. In my calculator, I got this. And since this is my hundredths place, and the one right after that is 5 or bigger, I'm going to round this to $50.56. Okay, now remember we are finding the total cost with sales tax included. So we now have to take our listed price of $748.99 and we have to add on the sales tax. So $748.99 plus $50.56. And that is going to give us $799.55. Okay, so remember that sales tax is always an add-on. Okay, now this next one says the price of an item has been reduced by 35%. The original price was $15, and then it says find the price of the item now. Okay, so if the original price of the item was $15 and it has been reduced by 35%, there's a couple of different ways that we could think about this. Okay, the first one is we need to figure out what 35% of 15 is so that we can figure out the price of the item now after it's been reduced by 35%. Okay, so 35% of 15, we would do 0.35 times 15, and that gives us $5.25. This is our discount. This is how much we are going to reduce the original price by. So you could do 15 minus 525 and you get $9.75. Okay, that is the price of the item now. So the price started out at $15, and then if it was reduced by 35%, 35% was our $5.25. So if our original price is reduced by 35%, that's how we get our $9.75. Okay, so that's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is if the price of an item has been reduced by 35%, that means you are going to pay 65%. That's what the final price will be. The final price will be 65% of 15. So if I do 0.65 times 15, I get 9.75. Either way, you come up with the same answer. Okay, now let's look at the next one. I'm going to go back to one that looks like this right here. An item is regularly priced at $51. It is on sale for $45 off the regular price. Find the sale price. Okay, so we're figuring out what we're going to pay after we take off the discount of 45%. So we find 45% of 51. That's going to tell us how much we're going to save. Okay, so this becomes 0.45 times 51, and that would be $22.95. That is how much we're going to save if it's 45% off. So now to figure out how much we pay, or to figure out what the sales price is, we have to take our original price of 51, we have to subtract our $22.95. And that gives us $28.05. That would be the sales price. That's how much you pay. Okay. Another way that you could do this is if it is 45% off and it's regularly priced at 51. If you're going to save 45%, that means you are going to pay 55%. Okay. Now these two right here need to add up to make 100. So if you're going to save 45, that means you will pay 55. So another way that you could think about this is if you do 55% of 51. Okay, another type of question that you're going to see on your ALEKS assignment is one like this. Last year, Maya opened an investment account with $5,600. At the end of the year, the amount in the account had decreased by 21.5%. How much is this decrease in dollars? And then how much money was in her account at the end of last year? So there are two things that we're figuring out here. The first thing we're figuring out is how much is this decrease in dollars? Okay? And we know that the decrease is 21.5% of the starting amount. So if you take 5,600 and you find out what 21.5% of 5,600 is, that's going to tell you how much money she lost, or how much was the decrease. So remember, to take a percent sign away, you have to divide by 100. So that's going to be 0.215. Then you times that by 5,600 and you get $1,204. That'll be your first answer. Okay? How much is this decrease in dollars? 21.5% of 5,600 is 1,204. That's how much money she lost. That's the decrease in her account. Okay? So, how much was in her account at the end of last year? That was after she loses this amount of money, and she started with this amount of money. How much money is she going to have left in her account? So to figure that out, you take the 5,600, you subtract the 1,204, and you get 4,396. That will be her final amount. Okay, so I just gave you examples of all of the different types of questions that you are going to see on your ALEKS assignment that's called Finding the Final Amount. If you have any questions for me, please, please, please email me. You can snip the question, you can screenshot it, but make sure that you know that I'm still here for you. I'm going to be checking my email every single day, and I am happy to help you. I want you to be successful with this. These are assignments that you need to be doing and completing by the time that we get back from spring break.